how I did it, yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they never seen.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he is out of bounds here on the return. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay, and that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's a strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
At the 40-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. A big third down play there for the Jags. 42 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls, because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB, and guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. Always a touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 46 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Yeah, a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Makes the score Jaguars 7, Chiefs 0. Sam Sloman set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
40-yard line.
Circle round twice for the encore.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Number 30, Austin.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 26. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Rodgers. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Kansas City.
Now Eckler. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Austin Eckler.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
At the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Rodgers now to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here, just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Now they try the right side here.
At the 30-yard line.
And he's got room. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his 2nd second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Rodgers. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check, 56. Switch up, switch up. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Check, motion, motion, motion.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Number 30, Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Well, the second down throw on target. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On play action, it's Rodgers. Going deep here for... Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Keenan Allen, 40 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Here's McCray now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
Number 21.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Chiefs 14. Sam Sloman set to kick off.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Sam Sloman set to kick off.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 31 yards there and a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Eckler. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. He's at the 40. Past the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Sam Sloman now for the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Jaguars 28, Chiefs 14. Set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers throwing left side here, and it's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Here is Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
Complete.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. To throw again, Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So an opening drive interception to begin this 2nd half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the 2nd half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. On the run, he's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. They go play action. Now Mahomes. That's caught by Jackson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 30 yards there.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Sam Sloman for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
The score, Jaguars 35, Chiefs 14. Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
He's tackled at the 40.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, You can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Number 83.
A big play there. 63 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
56, the mark. Attack! Check 56.
Mahomes now on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man, that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Let's go, D. Hey, Sunday.
Mahomes now on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. 15. Switch. Shift. Watch the shift.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And out of bounds right around the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Hey, here I come.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Keenan Allen, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Jaguars 35, Chiefs 28.
So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Number 21, the ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Chiefs' 33-yard line.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside.
It's saying they pay
yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Game 35-35.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
Say, let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
5-yard line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Short gain, last two plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
10.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. To throw is Mahomes. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup.
Sam Sloman set to kick off.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. First throw of overtime for Rodgers. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23.
16 yards.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Rodgers now on first down. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown,
On both sides.